Whether you're a film buff, interested in fighting racism, or interested in community building through tolerance, the Anti-Racism Film Festival might just be the place for you. Happening Sunday, May 22nd at All Souls Church in Greenfield. GCTV Community Coverage spoke with some of the organizers and discussion facilitators, and how this form of education can help build a better community.
Rome wasn't built in a day. Racism, sexism, ageism wasn't created in a day. And we have to settle in as people who want change for the long haul. We may not see any difference in that crowd as they walk out the door. But if you get someone to think slightly differently, they may not be able to tell you that. But if you get someone to say, I didn't know that, or, gosh, that's interesting, you have started a phenomenal change in that person. Education about what is, about a truth, is probably the best anti-racism goal one could want.
After the films, we sit in circle and have a discussion, and that's when a lot of takes come out, and people talk about what it meant to them, how it affected them, and how it moved them in some ways, and also provided information people didn't have before. And it provides a chance for people to link up to it with their life as well.
I think all of our discussion leaders were really lucky, are experienced discussion leaders, and they've had background in dealing with racism and oppression and the history that, by and large, we haven't learned in our schools. And they have learned how to bring out people's misunderstandings and misconceptions and how to try and build people to understand themselves better and to work towards bringing together our community, which I think is really a goal of the film festival, that we're really trying to help Greenfield come together and become more tolerant and more appreciative of the diversity, which is a great richness that we have here in Greenfield.
What I notice is there's been a lot going on in this area in particular, around a number of issues that have happened naturally between what's going on nationally and then the local piece of that, like the whole Black Lives Matters and what happened where the Human Rights Commission is now having conversations based on things that have happened in the community that have been painful and hurtful to folks, whether they were intended to be that way or not. The impact, like on the young boy who saw the Confederate flag in the police officer's garage, clearly visible and making him feel afraid, and then to realize this whole community cared about that and cared about him. So I think that was a real positive, healthy thing for that child's feelings to be taken seriously, and that for the whole community. And in this town, people are looking at, well, why don't we have teachers of color, like 0 teachers of color in the school, and what is that about? And people having conversations about that, and most importantly, young people having conversations about that.
The 14th Annual Anti-Racism Film Festival, starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday, May 22nd at All Souls Church on Main Street in Greenfield.